What up, what up? It's the Chief Kaseek Ortiz.
Tyrant333, and this is Figure It the Fuck Out.
Back at it again.
Back at it again. We're going to build off the last conversation we were just having, off the tribe conversation, but we wanted to dive a little bit deeper on the communication side of things and how to be communicative with your crew, your tribe that you're building, the fan base you're building, and your tribe. And it starts off with, I would say, responding. You know, which we're getting starting to get better at. You got when they say something to you, when they comment, when they DM you, when they're all in your messages, when they're raving to the rooftops about you, show them some love. Respond. You know, we've been talking a lot about getting love, but you got to give love to get love sometimes. You know,
definitely, because you know, it's really a full-time job. You know, you put in all the work creating it. Whether it be the music, mixing it, mastering it, creating the cover, creating the art, creating the podcast, creating the content, all that shit, put it out there, and then you go ghost on social media because you're like, all right, I already did my work.
It's out there.
And then you got like 100 comments and you haven't responded to nobody, and now you're like, shit.
Yeah, it ends up getting a lot. So you put so much behind the craft, the work, putting up the shots, figuring it the fuck out, that you can get not lost in it, but when you're doing multiple platforms, yes, lost, because it could be a lot to track. So you got to be mindful of hopping on all these platforms,
right,
and responding to people. But yeah, it could just be a lot to go back to. There's a million things going on a day. No excuses, because we don't do those here. But always make sure, get back to those people at some time. It might take a day. It might take 2. It might take a week. Make sure you take the time out of your day, just like they did, to look at your content and be like, yo, I like this. I want to respond to this and say something.
Right.
Go do something back. I mean, that's a nice level of support that they gave you there.
It is. And it's already like a next level of support when they actually take the time out to respond or comment on your post that you know, you're not hitting them up. They're hitting you up. So at least you could do is respond and reply back, because like you just said, life is going. Life is very busy for everybody. You might be busy, like I said, creating the art, content, podcast, mixing, mastering. You could run down this whole cycle of whatever busyness. You know, I got a father. I mean, I'm a father to 2 children, so it's like, I got a father, of course, motherfucker. Yep. But I'm a father to 2 children, so I'm a full-time father. I'm doing X, Y, Z. Like, I'm running around like my damn head is cut off all the damn time. But you know, you still got to respond, because like they took that time out of their busy life to say something cool or nice about something that you just did.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel good to a motherfucker. It's like, you know, yo, I keep commenting on this guy's shit and he won't say shit to me.
No one likes to feel like a dick rider.
Yeah.
You know, like it feels mutual. Like, all right, this person fucks with me, I fuck with them. When you respond every once in a while, even if you got thousands and thousands of comments, I get, you might not be able to get to them all.
Yeah.
Throw some loves on it, you know, respond to people as you can. Try to respond to the top comments. It at least shows the rest of the people like, yeah, right, okay, we get this thing's flooded. This person can't respond to everybody, but they're trying to respond, you know?
Right. Or hire somebody to respond for you.
That's when you get next level. Yeah. Get someone to work those social media profiles for you. Some of y'all motherfuckers need your phones taken away anyway. But, you know, so you'll hire that PR person for you.
Right.
But yeah, going back into the communication, it's a beautiful thing. It's you can have instant communication this day in the social media age. People can send you a DM and tell you and support you in any journey you have right now. And it leads to a lot of different conversations that could be had also when you respond to these people.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like not even just the conversations, but, you know, what we were just talking about on the same subject is that, you know, I have people who make weed or are growing weed. They might be able to teach me or help me build a strain, or just ideas that I'm having. You know, like it's cool to have these cool relationships, because a part of building this tribe, building that community, building that village is finding people that you can like really grow with, because they're watching you because they either heard something they liked in a song or something you said is changing their life or makes them. Some people are literally going on social media, which is all of us. We're really going on social media to look at something else. You know, if I'm going on, I'm following certain people because I can't wait to see that person post, because when they post, it gets me hype or motivates me, inspires me. So like you as a creator yourself, whether you're artist, producer, whatever the fuck it is that you are, like somebody's going to be motivated by what it is that you do. So it's kind of like your responsibility in a sense, not to act like it's a job and, you know, burn yourself out, but you should be on there building that community, building and showing these people a reason why you keep motivating them, not just by the post, but actually responding to them, building conversations, collecting data, which I didn't say in the last episode, but I wanted to let people know you got to collect the data. Just because when social media or anything like that turns down, you want to be able to still reach people, whether it's through emails, email marketing, text message. You might be able to talk to them directly like that, personally, build your own website, bring them to your website, create forums, whatever. Just build that relationship with these people. The relationship is literally 100% the most important thing.
And when you got a big family, a big tribe, a big crew, you know, they're going to wonder where the hell you been, bruh.
Yeah.
Where you been? Where you left, you had us all hot and, you know, we were doing a lot of shit. We were running like road dogs. You had post-flow and music dropping, and then you disappeared for a month or two. You didn't tell us nothing. Like, where you been, dog? Like, the tribe will do that to you. They'll be like, yo, where you been?
It'd be cool if they do it, you know what I'm saying? That means they actually fuck with you if they're actually doing it. If they actually go out of their way to let you know, like, hey, you ain't been dropping, you ain't been making noise. At least they're doing that, because a lot of people are just falling off the face of the earth. Oh, you didn't post? I forgot about you. I don't even remember who you are anymore.
There's that too. You know, but at least it's good to have those people who put that fire back in you. Like, we want to see more of you.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there where I'll drop a whole project and kind of go ghost for like 6 months because now I'm in my head like, oh, I don't have enough content. I got to do this. I got to do that. And it's like, now I'm just hurting myself. And
to kind of piggyback off that, being in your head, they don't even, like, it doesn't always have to be about the music.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Like, you could, you might not be dropping music for 6 months, whatever going on, but they're still like, yo, why haven't I heard from you though?
Right.
Like, why haven't you even posted on social media? Like, why haven't you posted a picture on your story? Like, why haven't you done something where I can see your face, like, see you're just doing something, living or something? Because, like, it goes back to that other thing we're doing of building that tribe that supports you no matter what you're doing. So when you get out of your own way, you're like, yo, they want to see all content. And that's what we're doing now.
Yeah.
You know, they want to see all content. They want to see us in that creative process. They want to see us when we're going to Puerto Rico on the beach and figuring out how to come up with video shoot locations. You know, they want to see all that. It might not always be you dropping music. They want to see us rip up this podcast, figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know, like, so when you figure out how to, all right, there's different ways I can feed my tribe, my family content and put myself in front of them.
Right.
Then that's when gears really start turning.
No, definitely, because at that point, kind of going back to what I just said in the other episode, but in case you didn't watch that episode, I literally say, like, this gives them the reason to love you more. They're seeing all this stuff. They're learning about who I am or who we are as individuals. They're like, all right, I know he can rap. He raps his ass off. But then now they're hearing a whole different morale. They're hearing how I speak, how I talk about things. And now they can fall in love with me as a individual man without music and be like, damn, this dude is really dope. Or these people are really smart. I kind of want to, you know, they inspire me to do shit. And then you're like, damn, and they make really fucking fire music.
Get a lot of different shades and aspects there.
Yeah.
And it builds on that relationship. You feel like you know us. We feel like we know you.
Right.
We're in the comments conversating, talking. We're in the messages talking. You might pull up to a show, an event. We somehow even see each other out in public randomly. It feels there's that more of a rapport built there because we've been going back and forth. It hasn't felt like a one-way conversation.
Right.
When you're having a one-way conversation, it's not a conversation.
Comes off too salesy, especially as an artist, because we're constantly like, here's my music, listen. It's like, it comes off too much like, yo, as soon as the phone rings and it sounds too super professional, hey, my name is blah, 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 and I'm here to get your donation. I'm like, click, I don't want to talk to you. I don't even know you.
Telemarketing.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. Like
music marketing.
You know, if somebody's trying to solicit at your door, knock, 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 you want to buy this vacuum cleaner? Like, no, motherfucker. Like, I wasn't even expecting you to come.
Unsolicited, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is. And anyways, we are in a digital age where social media, we go on it for whatever reason, whether it's to make us laugh, cry, whatever, be inspired. But like constant, when you get on it and look at it as like, I need to sell you something, That's kind of like, you're like a digital billboard at this point, and nobody wants to see that shit. Not all the time. Not until they love you. When they love you, then it's a little bit easier to be like,
Yeah.
yo, also, I kind of do this shit on the side. You know, like, not for nothing, but in our last episode, you was talking about that guy that you were trying to sell a policy to that for life insurance.
Yep.
You know, now a lot of people know that you're doing life insurance, and they might actually watch this shit and be like, oh shit, he does life insurance? I actually kind of need that shit. Maybe I should hit him up. But like they watched all these episodes, fell in love with who you were
Yep.
on talking, and then it was like, damn, I actually want to talk business with this guy.
And that's when the relationship and the content sells itself.
Yeah, that's genuine.
Genuine. Like, I want to do business with this person.
Right.
And that's what we're looking for. That's goes back into building the tribe and the communication. You want to do business with people who want to do business with you.
Right.
You want supporters who really fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know, not that half support. I mean, and support comes in different forms, but like, you want someone who's going to go to bat with you.
Yeah, definitely. I want all the support, but I know that I'm a little bit more favorable to the supporters that do want to buy merch. They do want to buy music. They want to stream my songs throughout the night. They want to put it on repeat when they go to sleep. That way there I can get the streams. Yeah. You know, like I want them to be like...
The diehards.
So, yeah, those diehards. Like, yo, every time you post a podcast, I'm watching, I'm commenting. You know, I participate in the little polls you do online, or I donated money for your studio upgrades or whatever the case may be. And then like when I decide to start doing, you know, another round of giveaways, whether it be merchandise or music, I already have people's names. I already feel like you have priority, seniority. Like, yo, let me just toss this person's been supporting me since day one. Let me just do something for them. Pay it forward.
Yeah.
Help them, buy them lunch or something.
And some of those people, it's a amazing thing. They'll even support you in stuff they're not even really too privy to. Or like that's not really their lane. Like a lot of people know Kaseek from music.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's doing the podcasting and stuff now. There's going to be people who support him just strictly for his music. Like, or more for his music, because that's what they came across him for. Yeah. There's going to be other people who find out about him through this. They're going to like him more for what he speaks and talks about as an artist and a man on the podcasting realm. Yeah. And there's going to be both too. So that's the amazing thing about it. You can then, when you're multifaceted, there's going to be people who scream to the rooftops about his engineering and have only really dealt with him as an engineer. Yeah. You know, so like...
It's like I'm triple double dipping.
Yeah. Me, like there's people going back to it. Life insurance. I've done great business with a lot of people. I helped a lot of older people get policies when they didn't think they could. And even younger people just learn about life insurance. They don't really know anything about it. The real estate, I've done some great work with my boy Mike Tate over there at the Tate team. And we're going to continue to do great work and have respect in the real estate field. And then I got respect in the music field by doing good business as an entrepreneur. Good business with everybody I come across in the studios that I've been in on the music events. You know, and that the people might love me for one of the other things. I know certain people only talk to me for real estate stuff. I only got some life insurance clients, but some of them like a couple of the things I'm doing. Right. You know, and some of them like all the things I'm doing. Yeah. So it's like, that is what I'm basically getting at. That's amazing when you have people who just fuck with you no matter what you got going on.
And they're still a part of your tribe.
That's a part of the tribe, yeah.
Like you're still a part of the tribe just because they might not like whatever over here, but they still like you for this, or they come to you for this. They need some mentorship. They need some help in some way, shape, or form. You're just managing life as a whole for other people, connecting the dots for people, regardless of whatever facet it is, whether it's music, life, like you're just connecting the dots or helping them connect the dots.
Shit, we got family members who might not even like rap or hip hop so much. Yeah. But they're gonna share our stuff. They love us to the death. And love you, Nana. Love you, aunties. Thanks. You know, like they don't even like rap, and they'll share what we got going on.
She'll hop in a whole music video and spit the whole record.
Yeah, you know, that's real love. That's real support, and that's an amazing thing. And that's part of having the tribe. And having that support system is an amazing thing. But you keep doing stuff with passion and love, and what you do is spreading the positivity to people you come across and shit. That's what brings that. That's what builds that. Brick by brick. You know, and that's a great thing. You got anything else you want to talk about the communication? I know you have other layers to it too, as far as like the direct to consumer. Some of the email stuff you might be thinking about, like.
Yeah, because I think that shit is really important. Being able to collect people's emails and chop it up through the email, or if you get their text message, their phone numbers, you could always text message, or if you're even up to it, give them a call or FaceTime them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need human interaction anyways. So, like, not everybody wants to have a conversation with a robot. You know, we have the Alexas and the Siris all day. Like, some of us just want to talk to a real human being. So, like, why would you want to shade from that? You know, you want to have this direct to, actually, I don't even want to say you want to have a direct, but you want a direct communication with people. But in music in itself, everybody's starting to go direct to consumer, which is crazy because I've been calling it for a while now that I knew it was going to go back to direct to consumer because I noticed how fans, that's all I was doing. Fans are watching me and I'm over there watching fans. And all I see is fans like, they look like they're getting tired as fuck about like all the bullshit. They kind of like want a better experience. And the only way you're really going to get a better experience is having that relationship with people, building with them. You know what I'm saying? Tech9 is one of the biggest independent, if not the biggest independent recording artists of this generation. And he completely focused on direct to consumer the entire time. He's built a cult following. His shows are always sold out. Like, and he communicates with people. Like, he responds to comments, DMs. Like, he's a real ass motherfucker.
If he's got to take 6 months off, I bet you he's going to communicate that to his tribe.
Yeah, and you should.
He might make a post or whatever, go on FaceTime, whatever, and be like, yo,
I need a break.
I'll go live. Yeah, I need a break, blah, blah, blah. People will support that. Right. But see, they got that communication, though, that lets them know that, all right, yo, Tech9's off for the next 6 months. He's really dealt with someone with family or whatever's going on. We might not want to press him right now. Yeah. We still love him, though. Yeah. But that communication kind of set that, set that expectation there.
Yeah, that precedent right there just sets it for it. It sets it for wins, not losses. You know, people that aren't really there for you anyways, those guys are always going to weed themselves out. But we should, be focused on fostering these relationships and building that tribe, not just the internal. Because the last episode, we was kind of really focused on, building relationships with your artists, your producers, your lawyers, your managers, or whoever it is that you want to have on your team, on your day-to-day.
It was more micro.
Yeah.
This one's kind of like a macro look. And for those who don't know that, micro is when you're kind of really looking at the internal parts of things and stuff like that. It's kind of like a smaller vision on the outlook of things. Macro is when you're given like a whole, how does that affect the whole of everything? And how does that affect the entirety of things? So that's a little business term for you all there.
Yeah. But, and fans are the most important on a macro level because they're the ones that do change your life. And the reason why they're going to help you change your life is because in some way, shape, or form, you did something or said something that changed theirs.
Yeah.
Whether it be for the negative or positive, but usually positive. Even if you make a sad song and you make somebody cry, they needed to cry so they can get back to the positive side of themselves. They're going to look at you and view you a little bit differently because you were able to spark that emotion.
Yeah.
We're all naturally emotional human beings. We're all like waves of an ocean and a current just splashing around. Some waves are going left, some are going right, but when they come together, they clash and they make sounds. Like we're constantly in flow of emotion and manifesting. And if you are able to get somebody who's a complete stranger to listen to you and you make them happy, you make them angry, you make them sad, you make them go through the emotions that they've been like subtly putting in their back pocket and not dealing with, and you get to be the one that makes them deal with it face on, like you have to face your fears, they have a whole different like love for you. They might be mad at you at first, like, fuck, I shouldn't have never listened to this song because that shit got me in my feelings. But then it's like, damn, that motherfucker got me in my feelings and now I got to deal with these feelings. And then who is this motherfucker that got me in my feelings? And now you're just diving in and being like, damn, this person's actually really dope. I'm a fucking super fan.
Yeah, and always be mindful of that. Like, know your background and setting. For artists, they love when you're putting your emotion on your sleeve, really giving them the introspect of everything that's going on. They get a view into the back room of like what's going on with, for instance, Kaseek. But in the business realm, it could be a little different.
Definitely.
You, depending on what you say, can make or break your whole entire business, you know? And if certain people in your crowd or your consumers, your customers, whatever, but people supporting your brand don't agree with it, and this is even as an artist too.
Yeah.
If you look at what happened to the baby, for instance, if you say something, a certain thing that offends a certain portion of your fan base or your consumer base, you might lose that.
Yeah.
So you always got, that's part of the communication. Like, because the thing is, you didn't communicate you were like, or you had these certain views when they first started supporting you. That might be what it is. So when you do communicate that certain view or how you feel, or it might be situational, you just got to be mindful of everything. Communication is so huge these days, every last thing we say, and that's where the pressure I feel like people feel from social media could come in. But at the end of the day, be you also.
That's the hardest part too.
There's the thin line of not giving a fuck what people think, and also being mindful of certain people's scenarios, situations who are different than you. You know, it's like it's like being sensitive of the macro level, the masses of people, and the micro, like, yeah, this is my team, my career, fuck everybody. You know, like I'm gonna say what I want to say. So, or be very opportune when you do it. Do it at the right times. Like we were just talking about this a little bit earlier. 50 Cent, he seems to be king of picking the right opportune times. When to talk his shit and offend people, and when not to and just be quiet.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. But all of his dealings in a corporate side of things, he's able to completely get a bag off of doing some corporate bag shit and then still be like, but I'm the rapper though, so watch out.
Yeah, that's when rap mixes in with business. It gets kind of crazy. Yeah. Because it's still the rapper at the end of the day, but they're doing business.
If I aspire to do business like anybody, it would probably be similar to that in the sense of being able to talk my shit, but it not negatively affect me to a point where it's like, now I'm just blackballed. Because there's still that selective outrage. Because you brought up the baby, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, people had a right, I guess, to, you know, be offended at what it was that he was saying and doing at that time where they were trying to blackball him. But at the same time, like, motherfuckers just want something to be mad at too.
Yeah. They like stuff to post in the blogs and talk about. But all right, go take it off that, go into the business realm. Let like the CEO of Apple or somebody come out and just say some racist ass shit, or like, you know what I mean? Some crazy ass shit. They're going to lose some consumers.
Yeah.
You know, like that's where it goes into like, in business, you got to be careful what you fucking say. Sometimes it's like, yeah, that dude, the CEO of Apple might be a racist motherfucker, but you come out on the Apple Twitter and start saying all that shit, oh, there's going to be a problem. You know? So like, and sometimes people do that on purpose. All right, then be ready for those issues when you start running your mouth, you know? And that's another part of communication. It's not what you say, it's how you say it sometimes too.
That conveying of the message definitely matters. But I think it also in itself ties up on how you build yourself. If, like, for me, like, I'm not trying to build myself up to be this, I'm only positive Zen, I'm a motherfucking monk. Like, no, I'll still rip your fucking head off. That's why I said, if you want a yes man, don't come to me. Because if you come to the studio, I'm not these little fucking engineers that you might get in and be like, yeah, I'll do that. This is fucking EQ and I'll take it out. Like, I'm not doing all that. Like, if you ain't fucking about your business, I'm letting you know that you're not about your business. And I might kick you out the studio because I actually have songs to record. So fuck your bullshit. I'm going to do mines. So it's like, I'm still that, you know.
And that's good communication too.
Yeah.
I think that's constructive criticism right there. Or like, that's just being standing on your values, really. Like, you're not going to, and going back to that integrity thing we talked about, that's your integrity, that's your values. You're not going to switch those for somebody who's slacking or not doing, up to those.
Right.
You're not going to slack and go down and bring your levels down because they're at a certain level.
Right.
You know,
because it affects me in a major way because I take this shit so seriously. So if you come in a studio session and you're not serious, I'm already kind of like, the session actually needs to come to an end because I'm trying to give you the best of my abilities to make you sound amazing. So if you're not even trying to honor that yourself, it's kind of like, what am I even doing this shit for? For you. I could just kick you out of the studio and do it for myself because I actually want it. I'm putting my name behind it. Every time I record somebody, I'm putting my name behind it. And I hope that they leave happy. They're like, they felt very good about it. They can't wait to share it with the world, because I can't wait until they share it with the world, because I had a part. You know, to me, I'm looking at it as like I'm creating history with people.
Yeah.
Just because I'm not necessarily creating my own history, I could be a part of your journey too, helping you develop that sound or, you know, these records to a point where it's like, yo, I had a say in that. I helped with that. I'm the reason why people liked it. Not just me specifically, like I'm the only reason solely because I'm the one that touched it. No, it's because we came together and created something amazing.
And he communicates that to every artist he works with. You know, that's part of the communication as an engineer to artist type thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really pushing you like this to get better.
Right.
And that communication can lead to them either, you know, maybe want to leave, or they get fired up. Like, yo, okay, this dude cares about my craft. Let's do this. Artist to manager. I let them know, bro, like, I see y'all on the big lights. I see y'all on the big stages. That's my communication to them. Or if they're not on that level, then you tell them, bro, you got work to do. You know, you need to go do this, this, and this before we start getting this and that.
Right.
You know, so like that's communication artist to manager. Business to consumer, let them know what type of, what hours you're on, when you have specials, when you have deals, when you're switching something up, when we're playing with the pay to play things, like, proud to pay thing.
Yeah.
Like when we're doing a toy drive, like communicate what's going on to your consumers, and that's all going to lead to a better relationship.
Right. You can't also assume that everybody's just watching your social media. So even if you make it the announcement on social media, that doesn't mean that they've seen it. You know, you might have posted at 12, but they didn't get on until 7 p.m. And now they're only seeing like a bunch of memes and GIFs and whatever. Like they're not even, you know, it's not even a personal thing. But I also take it as a communication thing. If like somebody is booking, whether it be a consultation with you or they're booking studio time, you're already telling me that you kind of see this happening for you, or you believe that this can happen for you. So if you come in a studio session, I'm like, you're already here, which means you believe in yourself. So I have to match that belief. Or I come to find out.
That's communication through action.
Yeah, communication through the action. So now I'm seeing like, yo, if you're here, now I got to believe in you. And sometimes I end up believing in them more than they believed in themselves to begin with, which is why I have such a good outcome when I record these songs for artists. Or if I drop gems, they're like, yo, the song sounds so much better than I could ever imagine. Thanks for all your help or whatever. And that's like, nah, like this is us. This is like a collaboration. You know, I was already going to do good work anyways, but I showed up to work. You paid and showed up. So it's like you're showing up to let me know you believed in yourself, and now we can communicate it to the world. But that communication is literally key because it matters. It helps you build that tribe. It helps you build that relationship with the people you aspire to do business with.
Helps you make better music. Like,
right.
You know, you communicate to your producer if you like a beat or not. Yeah. You tell them that is some good communication because now they know what to do with the next ones. Yeah. You know, that's a good level right there.
You give them... it builds a good relationship with managers because like if you're telling them how to connect the dots, even in the smallest way, and then they connect those dots in that small way and realize, oh shit, the shit that he just told me, that works. I need to go back to him. Like you're just building that. It really matters.
Every last conversation. And then artist to artist, you're hopping on a record with an artist. Yo, you could do this with your voice. You could do that. You might be able to spit this like this, or you might be able to add this bar, or we should hop on this beat together. Like that's good communication because one of y'all had the foresight, like, yo, if we come together on this, we can make this happen.
Yeah. And another thing about good communication with that is if you are an artist that knows engineer type talk, you could always let them know as well. If you guys aren't in the same room recording with each other and you guys are at two different locations because you either don't live in the same state and whatever, you could at least hit them up and be like, hey, make sure you record your vocals this way and have your engineer or you who might be recording it, send it to me this way. That way there, when it comes time for the mixing and mastering for an engineer to do, you're not running into hiccups. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where it's like, oh shit, I can't even finish this record because they sent it incorrectly. The communication really does matter.
And to, at the probably last piece of this, all communication, tell people you're going to be late. Tell people if you ain't going to show up to things. Nobody likes a no call, no show.
Or to be left on red.
Yeah. Just, you could have took a little bit of time to get back and say, yo, I can't make it. I got to do this. I got to do that. That type of communication will go a long way than you just ghosting and then thinking, coming back like a week, 2, whatever you feel like later, and then being like, all right, can we pick off right where we left off? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Bruh.
How much for this? It's this much. Ghost. Next time you hit me, I'm going to feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Because you didn't communicate back with me, and I took time out of my busy life to respond back to you for you to leave it either on red or whatever. And it's like, bro, next time you come back, I'm probably going to have to charge more.
Yeah, that's just basic, like just being on time with things, being organized.
Yeah.
Being punctual. That's a big part of the communication, because that's some more nonverbal showing how serious you are to thing. You think the dude who shows up 15 minutes early to something wants it? Yeah. You think the dude who shows up a half hour late or doesn't say anything at all wants it? I don't know. But hopefully emergency happened. Those happen. But like I'm looking at it different. Like hopefully you're Kanye or something where you could show up an hour late and my presence is a presence. Kick my ass. Kiss my ass.
I have clients are like, yeah, I'm gonna be there in like 15 minutes early. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I've been here for like an hour. Like I've already been working. Like I've already been cleaning, making sure it's set up for you to come here, or if we're about to work on music together, I'm making sure that the setting is correct for both of us to feel, I guess, at peace. Because I look at the studios or collaborating, not even just the studios, you know what I'm saying? I kind of look at like just having communication with somebody in a setting, whether it's like me and you chilling at the crib or whatever. I'm looking at it from an overall experience of like, okay, well, what are they walking into? Is the house smelling good? Does it smell like shit? Is it dirty? Is it clean? I want people to come into a situation already feeling like they could take their jacket off and, let's relax, let's communicate, let's peel back the layers.
Yeah. And, that there's a lot that goes into it, but I think you guys are really getting the picture there. Be mindful who you're talking to, respect everybody you're talking to, learn to respond back to people, especially as your following's growing, or find someone who can help you with that, and just communicate and be on a real level. That'll get you more real love from your fans, your consumers, the people you do business with every day. And do a lot of communicating too. Do a lot of networking. But don't become excommunicado.
Right.
And this is Figure It the Fuck Out.
Yes, sir. Figure it the fuck out.